Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum did quite a lot of movement here in the last few days. Last week was quite an interesting week from a trading, investing, a crypto perspective in general. From the low here that we tracked as a wave 2 low, we have gone up as per this wave count, as per the bullish wave count in a wave 3. So this is how we currently can see it. However, ultimately, we want the price to break above this resistance box, which is still here on the chart, which is still making it difficult for Ethereum to break through. Yeah, we are currently getting here into very critical territory. We have this resistance box. Yeah, Bitcoin, for example, also needs to move above the 200-week moving average, as I explained in the Bitcoin video. But overall, we are seeing here some kind of a rally. And I think, again, I explained it in the Bitcoin video, I think we can make a case for the low has been in. Yeah, and the case will build and build and build the more impulses to the upside we see, the more corrective wave patterns to the downside we see. And this case is building further. Now bear in mind, there's never certainty, there's no guarantees, there's only probabilities. For me, in the first stage, I still want to move above that 1280 level first, before considering really only the making this bullish perspective the primary expectation. We still have to expect lower prices at the moment because we have not broken this this structural resistance level here. I mean, we're talking here about making higher highs, which we haven't really done yet. So we need to do that. However, it is currently looking promising. We can count a series of 5 waves to the upside here, and from a chart point of view, we can also draw here several trend lines that are quite important to keep an eye on. So again, we only have 2 touch points here, for example, but it is still a possible level where we could bounce off from. So here, when we connect those 2 wave 2s together, we can also see if we can get anything more down. For example, here, this one, we can draw here trend line. Here we actually have more than just 2 touch points, so that might actually be the more relevant one. We're currently clearly holding above. We actually have 1, 2, 3, and here a series of touch points. So this is a trend line that we need to keep an eye on. That is probably the more relevant one, starting pretty much at the low of this wave 2 and pushing higher. Again, ultimately, the next target for the bulls is to keep above, to go above 1280. And I mentioned in the Bitcoin video that obviously we moved into this wave 4 target here that I mentioned yesterday morning. We came into it. We didn't really leave it to the downside, only a small wick. Not bothered about that. And we could now making a reversal. So we have so far not yet left the box again, but we also haven't made a lower low. So we could really make the case for the low of the wave 4 having been in here. And from a retracement point of view, this also, I believe, let me just measure that. I think it was pretty much in line with expectations. Yes. So as I said, the 38.2% FIB level at $1,200 is what you would expect ideally for a retracement. Wouldn't be a problem to go a bit lower, to the 50% FIB retracement at 1177. But if we do that, we are breaking that ascending trend line. Again, trend lines from an Elliott Wave point of view, not that relevant necessarily, but still something to keep a short-term focus on. So ideally it would be good to just push up from here. We could go down to 1177, but if we go below that, it would just be unrealistic. That is still a wave 4, because you normally would not expect a retracement more than the 50% from a wave 4. And especially here, the 1170 level, which is the wave 1 high. With this wave 4, we cannot get into the wave 1 high price range. It would invalidate that entire impulse to the upside. So we need to stay above 1170, absolutely. And as long as we do that, we can focus on higher here to take the 1280 level out. Looking a bit further into the future, if we say, right, this was a wave 1 and this a wave 2. By the way, the Ethereum chart looks better than the Bitcoin chart. On the Bitcoin chart, it looks a bit more choppy. A lot more people sell into the rally on the Bitcoin, sell into the Bitcoin rally than into the Ethereum rally, in my opinion. It just looks a little bit less choppy. But looking at the wave 3 in blue, which is sort of the higher level one here, we are looking here at a price target of around $1,500, a little bit more than $1,500 for that wave 3. Yeah, we're obviously just in a subwave of that wave 3. We're just about to make here the 5th wave in white, which will form, or which will complete wave 3 in yellow. Then we'll have a wave 4 in yellow down and a wave 5 in yellow to the upside. That will complete then here this wave 3 in blue. Sorry, just told you $1,500 as target. That's not true. It's the 1.618 extension at 1,640 roughly. Yeah, this is where we would expect blue wave 3 to finish. So again, similar to Bitcoin, we have here a series of wave 3s to finish, and based on that, if this is the wave count, we should in the next few days here, or maybe even today, see a push to the upside. Bear in mind, it's weekend. It's normally rather quiet on the weekend. What could happen here in this wave 4, it could just unfold as a triangle. Yeah, I mean, we can count this already as maybe the first wave to the upside of that 5th wave here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That wave 3 should take us above the red resistance box if this is what it is. However, this could also just be a triangle unfolding, because a wave 4 often comes across as a triangle. A, B, C, D, E, and then we would push to the upside opposite of the wave E. And this would be not really much difference. It would just justify, and yeah, would just justify a little bit of sideways movement on the weekend, which I think we are seeing here. Day starts quiet today, but you can't necessarily say weekend is always quiet. We've seen some significant movement in the next few days. But what else would sort of bolster the idea of having a triangle here? Well, it is the decline in volume that we see here today. So whenever you have a triangle unfolding, you actually see a decline in volume. When you then on the volume indicator see a spike above the descending trend line, that is a good indicator that we're actually pushing to the upside. Best evidence that wave 4 is finished is to move above here at 1255, previous swing high and beginning of the resistance box. And that is pretty much it. Or maybe one more thing that I showed you on the Bitcoin price chart as well. It's here the money flow index, which is looking promising again here as well. Yeah, money flow index is a possible, well, it is a trend reversal indicator, can be used for understanding trend reversals. Here on the daily, it was massively oversold, strongest oversold value since when was it here? Since November 2018. So yeah, a long time ago. And we have a strong move up, which means there is a lot of buying power actually in the market. We've even moved above 50, above those previous swing highs here, and we're above 50. So it's starting to look interesting, and there's certainly a case to be made for the low being in, but it's too early to really confirm it. And we also need to understand that this could very well just be a bear market rally, which again, from a trader's point of view, doesn't really make too much of a difference. Yeah, it can be traded, profits can be made. And my view is if we really push above 1280 here, it is highly relevant, because this could push us all the way up to $1,700. Yeah, that is the level or the price barrier here that I mentioned a few times now. Yeah, and if you add, for example, also the VPVR, historical volume, to the chart, we have to hear just this insufficiency here. That can then very quickly be overcome. Yeah, so that's why we dropped very strongly when we broke below the $1,700 level. And I always told you, should we go below $1,700, we're going to see there's a high risk. We're going to see a 3-digit Ethereum, which we did see. And now it's the other way around. Yeah, when we break above the 1280 level, where we have built here support and resistance levels, then we could possibly quite strongly push here to the upside to 1700. Will be interesting. Yeah, and I keep an eye out for you. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links for that in the video description. And if you really like the content, also check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.